Well, good morning, everybody. I hope you had a great break. Spring break always feels like a little bit slower week in the church world, and so I hope you got a good break. And I want to dive right into this thing because I got a lot of thoughts, and this is probably going to be a little bit longer today, but that's okay. First thing I want to let you know is April 1st, Wednesday, April 1st. You guys are going to be getting an invite from your leadership team. I want to ask you to join me for a staff breakfast at our new updated, renovated hub building from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. We'll be very honoring of your time, but I really feel like the Lord challenged me last week to make sure that we have prepared hearts as we go into Easter. And so we're gonna have breakfast together. I've got some worship coming in. I've got some of our elders are coming in, and it's really just gonna be a time to minister to one another, pray for one another, worship together, and then I want us to take communion as we get ready for Easter. So be looking for that. Mark it down on your calendars. Next Wednesday, April 1st. It's going to be really, really good, and I'm excited for you. So last week I came in to get ready to preach this week, March 29th, and started looking at the message and thought, man, I haven't preached in a couple weeks, and I'm coming back to preach on something that I don't feel qualified to talk about in the least. I shouldn't say that. I just think I'm really wrestling with it right now. And the topic is this, is that God promises us rest. And I know as soon as you hear the word rest, everybody has their assumptions and their preconceived notions about what we're going to say. And I've really been wrestling with this. It just feels like every January, February, March, I don't feel rested. And I do all the things I'm supposed to be doing. I take a Sabbath. I take days off. I'm doing all the things, but it is just busy right now. And I hate to use that word. I hate to use the word busy, but we are just busy. And rest has always been something for me that's like, if I can just grind through this season, then I'm going to go take a trip and I'm going to find rest, or I'm going to go take a few days and find rest. And actually, I think a lot of people get the word rest and weary messed up. If you have to go on a trip every month to get rest from your job or your family, you're not tired, you're weary. You're depleted, you're drained. And it may not be that you need rest. You may need a new season. You may need to pivot and go in a different direction. And so I was reading this scripture. You guys have heard it 100 times. Matthew 11:29. It says, "Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls." And I think the trap that I've fallen into with rest so many times is thinking that physical rest or rest for my body is the same as rest for my soul. And it is not. And I want to show you something in the scripture that the Lord showed me. I was watching a sermon and a guy preached on this, and I was like, man, that's so good. I've always been taught that, man, you grind, you work hard, you go, and then you go do something or you unplug and you will go find rest. And I'm not knocking that. In fact, I'm very intentional throughout my year to plan times of that. Shouldn't say I've been intentional because it hasn't happened yet this year, but we're working on it. But this word rest that's used in Matthew 11:29, it's only used in 5 places in Scripture, and it's not rest for your body, it's rest for your souls. And the word is the word anapausin, Anapausin. And here's the definition, and I hope this ministers to you the way that ministers to me is. The definition is an inner peace or a peace in your soul, a rest in your soul that you have while you are doing what needs to be done, not after you're done. You're doing what needs to be done. The Lord is saying that there's a rest for your soul that you can actually have while you're chasing kids, while you're chasing volunteers, while you're building teams and developing leaders, while you're getting ready for weekend services. There's a rest for your souls that you can experience while you're doing it, and not that rest would be this goal out in left field that we're going to go find on a trip to the beach or the mountains. And so I hope that encourages you. I really took that word and said, okay, Lord, well, what does that mean? What does that word rest for your souls mean? Like, what's the application of that? And one of the definitions that I read and I found or heard from somebody was this, is that rest for your souls is anything that helps you refocus on the goodness, the grace, and the glory of God. Anything you do that helps your mind refocus on the goodness, the glory, and the grace of God. And so what is that? Is that worship? Is that time in the Word? Is that time with godly community that's building you up and encouraging you? That kind of rest that we're talking about will not be found in an afternoon nap or a getaway trip. That's why Jesus says, hey, he doesn't say, hey, go to the mountains or go to the beach. He says, no, come to me, all who are weary, and I will give you that rest. And so those are my thoughts. That's what I'm really wrestling with right now in my own life. Definitely feel like I'm in a season where my emotions are getting the best of me. You guys can probably ask Kelsey. I'm probably a little bit more short-tempered at the house, and I really, really don't want to be that way. But I just keep wrestling with this emptiness, this dryness, this lack of rest for my souls. And so I hope that ministered to you. I hope you can see that even over the next few weeks, we can have an inner peace while we're doing what needs to be done. So love you guys. Hope you have a great week. As always, comment below, and we'll talk to you soon.